They took his dream, but not his name. Cody Rhodes is the undisputed WWE Universal Champion. We were there. So where are we, Talia?
At WrestleMania.
Where are we walking into?
WrestleMania.
What? CM Punk! 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 We're back from Philly, very tired, very jet lagged, but I cannot fail to do a review and show you some of our reaction videos from the biggest WrestleMania in WWE history. And you know, they always bill this stuff as the biggest in history, the biggest match in this and that. But, and maybe this is some bias because Talia and I were there and we had an amazing 4 or 5 days in Philly. But it felt like the biggest WrestleMania in history. And that main event of night 1 and in particular night 2 felt like the biggest match or the best match, the most entertaining match in wrestling history. And it's obviously very much recency bias. It's very much we were there bias, but that is my opinion as it stands. So I'm going to go through a review and mix it up with some reaction videos from while we were there sitting in section 119 row. No ye! So I can breathe. What are you doing? Do you know this song? I haven't heard it for the whole weekend. I haven't heard it for about 30 seconds. What are you looking for? Nobody's there, bro.
No, I'm looking for
Look at two smaller kids than you. Next on our row. This is the kids' row.
It literally is the kids, right?
Well, they're moped. An amazing weekend. So hopefully you've seen the video, and if you haven't, there'll be a link somewhere here to show the video of us on the Friday before WrestleMania at WWE World. Saturday morning, we did, as promised, visit the Rocky Steps, and we did have a race. Oh no, she's out! Rocky wins! Revenge for the Rocky Steps! Oh! Don't start doing any of that slapping business. I mean, your ass will be out of it. What's happening? Something happening? Oh, something's happening. Look, I don't know. I just made that up. And that video will be edited later in the week, and not edited to cheat to look who won. But you'll have to wait later in the week. In the next couple of days, that video will be out on this channel. So make sure you subscribe and switch your notifications on for that. But this is all about WrestleMania Night 1 and WrestleMania Night 2. Firstly, it was very cold. But thankfully I had prepared for this, and by the end of both nights, Talia and I had hats, hoodies, coats, layers, 2 pairs of socks on, and so we were actually okay. So while it was cold, we were okay, but there were some very cold people there. So I've already seen I saw at the end of, on Sunday morning after night 1, about the quiet crowd, and maybe it was something to do with the cold, because in my opinion, it was nothing to do with the action, because I thought night 1 was very entertaining, and Talia and I were thoroughly entertained. And maybe some of the crowd weren't, or maybe it was just the cold. Who knows? So night 1 begins. Triple H comes out. Welcome to a new era. Oh, disclaimer for this video: I have not seen Raw yet. I'm very much looking forward to Raw after WrestleMania. But it is currently Monday afternoon. I've lost my days. Tuesday afternoon in England. We're back. We arrived back this morning, so I'm tired. And the only match that I've rewatched or watched on TV is the main event of night 2. So I'll probably talk about that more than anything. So we begin with the national anthem. We begin with Triple H. Begin with a brand new WWE intro, which I'm a big fan of. It looks good. It looks cool. But Triple H welcomes us to WrestleMania. Talks about a new era. Which is his era, I guess, because he's head of creative, and appears to have a lot of power, and things seems to be changed, and by all metrics, WWE seemed to be doing the best it's ever been doing. Even, people talk about the golden age of Hulk Hogan, the Attitude Era, etc., etc. This feels like the biggest thing. The Rock coming back has helped. As he said, he's made wrestling cool again. But the amount of people that have either watched clips or watched it, or crazy messages over the weekend. Obviously, loads of people knew that we were there, but crazy that people who have not watched in years, people who've never watched it, are watching. There's probably a load of reasons. The product is as good as it's ever been. The Rock is back, most famous man on the planet. People like Logan Paul and Speed, the YouTuber Speed was there, are bringing different eyeballs into it. You've obviously got much, even though there weren't as many female matches as I would like, much stronger female wrestling visibility on the card and on that, which is fantastic. And the female matches, all of them hit the mark. So let's bring it in with the first female match, Becky versus Rhea. Live band entrances, I don't think always work, or at least they don't always come across on TV. So again, I haven't seen it on TV, but Rhea's was the first entry, and big entry at WrestleMania 40 on night 1, and it absolutely worked. Fantastic. There's some footage of us singing along.
Look at my eyes, look at my eyes, look at my eyes, you were dying, dying, dying. Look at my eyes, look at the light, light, light. Look at my eyes, you were dying, dying.
I thought it was a great match. I read afterwards Becky had a cold or something, a fever, and which doesn't sound great. Hard enough to do many things, the fever, let alone wrestle a sort of 20-minute match opening up the first night of the biggest WrestleMania in history. And apparently I saw as well that Rhea had a panic attack before. Regardless of all of that, you would have never known watching this match. A great start to WrestleMania, a great match, hard-hitting match. And Rhea wins again.
I know the devil's in me, you'll see out. Nobody stop losing me. She's been on the buckle. Look at that. Look at that. Now you can say it. This is my brutality.
Charlotte clean last year. She's beaten Becky Lynch. It really does feel like there's not many people. I think Liv Morgan will get a shot now, which would please Talia, because Liv Morgan did not feature at all at WrestleMania, which is disappointing for Liv Morgan fans, and she's a lot of them. And maybe it was the return from injury was a bit late, but she was the runner-up in the last 2 Royal Rumbles. Maybe we'll build a story to her winning the Royal Rumble next year, but I think it'll be Liv and Rhea. But I can't see Liv beating Rhea. So, Bianca, Jade, maybe those seems like the big ones that could come up in terms of feuds for Rhea. But I thought great opener in my opinion. I've just got this on my screen. I'm not cheating. I haven't got a script or anything. I'm just reminding me. 6-pack ladder match challenge. I thought it was a good ladder match, good entertaining ladder match, and I was really pleased with the winners. I wanted Grayson Waller and A-Town Down Austin Theory to win one of the belts, and I wanted R-Truth to win one of the belts. So I'm very pleased with the outcome. I thought it was done really well. As I kept saying throughout the night to Talia, has anyone checked on Grayson Waller? Because it looked like he fell through and broke her ladder.
What's up? You can get with this, or you can get with that. You better get with this, cause this is where it's at. What's up? What's up? Oh! Grayson, my boy Grayson got...
This match I can't review because that was our bathroom, restroom, toilet break, plus we needed some snacks, so we went and got some popcorn. Just in time back. I know there was some interference in that, again, something I'll have to watch back, but I did see the double 619 or the 619 to both Santos and to Ray. Jimmy versus Jay, the disappointment of the weekend, which everyone is telling me. Yeah, I mean, Jay is so over, and obviously his song helps, but he's also so over.
Look at you! Yay! 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 Yay!
I know a lot of people have probably already said this, but this was a real reminder of Matt and Jeff Hardy from WrestleMania 25, I think it was. Only the second brother v brother match, and that was disappointing. This was disappointing. For some reason, I don't know, maybe tired crowd as well didn't help. I don't know. Whatever reason, it just wasn't the best. And the best thing that Jimmy and Jay did at WrestleMania was in the main event of night 2. So yeah, I mean, WrestleMania 10, Brett v Owen was the one brother v brother match at WrestleMania, and maybe it'll be the only good brother v brother match at WrestleMania.
Is it? He actually is, you're right. I can see it. McAfee. Ready? Is that when you're sitting? Oh, so just meetings. Day one is just meetings. Day one is just meetings. You feel like having now? Line them all up, knock them down like this. Dun, 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 dun. London, look. Jimmy's in trouble with Roman. Jimmy's in trouble. What's happening now?
Next up was the 6-woman tag. I thought phenomenal entrance. Bianca, Jade and Naomi. Talia, huge fan. So if you've seen the previous video, again, I'll put a link up to that. Talia got to meet Naomi literally the day before. She got her Feel the Glow sunglasses signed. Randomly, I got a Cody Rhodes belt signed because it was part of my entrance. Again, if you look at the video from the night before, you'll see why I had a Cody Rhodes weight belt. But it's the only thing I had to sign from Naomi. But Talia met her, which was a surprise. But they did well. Good match. Real showcase for Jade. She does look like an absolute star. And I think it's just the beginning, isn't it, for her? Bianca looked good. Interesting to see what they do. Because we do want Bianca versus Rhea. We want Jade versus Rhea. We want Bianca versus Jade. Naomi's looking stronger than she has done in a while. Very pleased she's back. She was also lovely. To me, very friendly. Took her time with the fans, even though, she had to rush through a load of fans who wanted to meet her. She had a lot of fans. So Mrs. Jimmy Uso did very well as well. At this point, Talia was flagging. So this was one I'm actually looking forward to. She was flagging. I mean, this was sort of 10 o'clock at night, time difference, 3 o'clock in the morning, UK time.
Ready? What am I dressed like? What am I dressed like? What am I dressed like?
Friday!
Dun 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 dun.
Started off a bit slow, Sammy Gunther, in terms of our reaction, but this was one of my favourite matches of the weekend, and by about a few minutes into it, we were absolutely into it, and we were losing our voices chanting for Sammy. And it was, I honestly didn't think Sammy was going to do this, and it was just a brilliant end to Gunther's reign. Sammy, underdog, huge underdog, like perennial underdog, always the underdog, and a shocking win. And a brilliant end. I mean, that thing on the buckle, 2 haluva kicks, and Gunther done.
Okay. Sami Zayn has just beaten the Ring General. What the hell happened? Florence.
And finally, the main event, the biggest tag team match in WrestleMania history, the biggest tag team match in WWE.
Cody Baker. Ready? Adrenaline in my soul. Every thought out of control. Do it all and get them off the feet. Crowd is here, about to blow. Waiting for me to start the show. At the call, I like to love. I'm already. Whoa! When I was younger, hard times be better men. Better bucks. Took it all away, I give it all away. Can take my freedom. Change again, no matter where. Now you bow to me. You take my dreams, but not my name. You'll follow me till the end. I am my kingdom. Lights go down. I'm ready now. Tear this roof off all the town. Gonna give them what they came to see. Hear the crowd on the throne, ready for me to start the show. Out the corner, line, ready to do this forever. Whoa! Said when I was younger, hard times feel better bubs, better bubs. You took it all away, I give it all.
The Rock's entrance is the first thing we need to talk about. That was phenomenal. Again, I haven't watched this match back on TV, but in the arena, I think whether you love him or you hate him, as he says, getting to see The Rock wrestle again was just an experience. And getting his entrance, the fire, everything. And then I didn't watch the Hall of Fame the night before, so I didn't realise that it was Muhammad Ali's widow that gave him that People's Champion belt. So I was like, what the hell is Rock doing with the belt? What's going on here? Anyway, comes in. I thought this match banged. Absolutely great. It pretty much was bloodline rules. No count out. Fought through the stuff. Some holy beep moments. Particularly, I think, the moment where Roman obviously spears the Rock bottom from Cody to the Rock through the table, which was like almost instantly followed by Roman spearing Seth through the barricade. But yeah, just brilliant, entertaining tag team match, obviously with the bloodline rules on the line. And I have to say, one of my favourite moments ever in the history of wrestling, recency bias obviously, but is the People's Elbow at the end, the bloodline sign, the this is for you, Mama Rhodes, and then the People's Elbow and the 1, 2, 3. And let's be honest, even if you're a massive Cody Rhodes fan and a massive Seth Rollins fan, we all wanted bloodline rules for night 2. Night 2. So, night 2, a lot less videos to share because, quite frankly, I'm experiencing probably the greatest night of wrestling history, night 2 of WrestleMania. So barely get a chance to play phone. So there is a bit of footage that I will edit into this, but there's not a lot of footage of us editing into this because it was just an entertaining night and I'm not wasting my time getting my phone out. Absolute banger of an opening match. And I mean, literally almost missed the Claymore from the bell going. Drew hitting Seth with a Claymore and stomps, and just a great match. And Seth sold the whole. He's been beaten up the night before. He's had a match to match. His knee injury. He's had everything: back injuries, knee injuries. As a pure match, just alone, I thought it was an absolute brilliant match.
We have a new world heavyweight champion. Carly is not pleased. Seth is dead. 3, 2, 1.
tops itself by getting to the point where Drew's celebrating and over celebrating and obviously he had sent the tweet in the middle as well, I think, but also celebrating, getting into CM Punk's face. And this is the one missing out from being in live there rather than watching on TV is I can't hear what he's saying, or you can mouth what he's saying and you can't see what CM Punk's saying. But when he gave him the and then when CM Punk tripped him, took off the arm brace and hit him. I don't know how it came across the TV, but it was very loud and it was amazing. Hit him, did it, and I think even before we can react, the split second Judgment Day music, CM Punk almost does the Judgment Day meme. I think I've seen it, the picture of it. Damian Priest cashes in finally. I, amongst many other people, have mocked Damian Priest for the lack of cashing in, but he did it perfectly. He did it at WrestleMania. He did it in the biggest night in wrestling history. WrestleMania 40 night 2. Cashed it in, perfect moment. But that just set us all up for the night. And then we got to the Chicago Street fight. No, that was WrestleMania 13. The Philadelphia Street fight. This surpassed all my expectations because I'll be honest, I didn't have many expectations. I like Bobby Lashley. I like the Street Profits, particularly. I like both. They're both good, but there is Montez Ford. There's massive star potential there, and I think this was but still had low expectations. And do you know what? We met Scarlett and Karrion Kross last year at WrestleMania 39, and they were two of the nicest people. So soft spot for them. But I thought it was brilliant. It's just a street fight. The Bubba Ray Dudley stuff was excellent. The glasses, everything. I love the fact that there's the women involved as well. B-Fab and Scarlett went for a table. Just an entertaining match. And I think it's probably perfect timing after such an absolute 5-star banging opening Money in the Bank cash-in. LA Knight and AJ Styles, I again cannot tell you anything about this match because I have not rewatched it, and we did barely watch any of it because again it was time to get some hot dogs and thing. And if you've been to WrestleManias, you've been to big stadium shows, at any point, unless it's the main event or the opening match or something special, there's queues for everything. But we missed it, so I managed to see the BFT at the end, see LA Knight's celebration. So I don't know if that was a good match, but if you watched it, comment, tell me if it's a good match. But I will rewatch it at some point. Triple threat, great triple threat. Now I know Logan Paul is not a popular man, and two things, which I've said many times. Logan Paul is an excellent wrestler. He's however much time he wants to dedicate to it, is the limit of what he'll achieve. I think he'll achieve greatness. I thought brilliant, loads of reversals, great moments between KO, great entrance, KO and Randy Orton, everything about it was superb. I don't really know much about Speed, but I knew just about who he was. He got a kick and a half from Randy Orton is what he got. But yeah, no, great. I don't know, and again, I don't know how it's come across on TV, but there were some hilarious chants. So obviously, Prime, Logan Paul, there was chants of H2O, there were chants of milk, there were chants of Gatorade, anything but Prime. So, entertaining thing. And I'm quite glad Logan Paul retained. I'm quite glad Logan Paul retained. I don't think Kevin Owens or Randy Orton need the US title. Penultimate match of the night, penultimate match of the two nights. Bayley versus Io Sky. Maybe an argument for technically the best wrestling match of actually pure wrestling match of the two days. Brilliant. They're both great wrestlers. I'm so glad Bayley won. I've been a Bayley fan since she turned heel and she smashed those balloon things up. And I think she's brilliant character, excellent wrestler. I have to say, the Rose Plant reversal from Io Sky into like a flip nipper. Talia should be here because she'll explain because she's a gymnast and she knows the proper terminology. It was one of the best reversals. Great ending. Really pleased for Bayley. Intrigued to see the title run and who she goes up against on SmackDown. SmackDown's female roster is incredibly strong. So, great technical wrestling match, good match, and I'm really pleased that it went down well. as well with the crowd, because it's always the match before the main event. People are tired, although people didn't seem tired. And just a note, see, didn't mention Stephanie opened night 2, which is fantastic to see Stephanie McMahon back. But she also did mention it's warmer, and it was warmer slightly, although by this point it was getting cold again. But again, fully layered up and prepared for a very open arena, amazing looking arena, by the way. It's an arena, Stadium Lincoln Financial Field, the Link, as I've learnt it is called. Yeah, which we actually saw as we flew in. Yeah, no, that's it. And then it leads us to the main. I mean, it leads us to Snoop talking about the attendance, but we don't need to talk about that. It leads us to the main event, which feels like one of the biggest wrestling matches of all time. While Snoop Dogg is on the screen, we're ready for the night. Are you ready? Are you ready for Bloodline Rules, Talia?
I'm here to announce tonight's attendance. Tonight's attendance is 7.
I know a lot of people aren't keen on rematches from the year before and whatever, but this, I think, if we talk about the match, I think the way they've pretty much kept Cody and Roman apart, it's only in the last episode of Raw that actually Roman Reigns and Cody, I think, fight outside of a match. They didn't before the first one. They had that face-off on SmackDown 3 or 4 months ago. They've had a couple of, obviously, in-ring segments where they're talking, the pushing and shoving and whatever at the press conference. But obviously Roman whipping him with the weight belt and beating him down on Raw on Monday was, I think, the first time they actually think, and they didn't need it. So first part of the match, obviously entrance is amazing Cody entrance. Loved the throne thing, the Brandy coming out. Roman Reigns, I'm not sure it topped last year's. Last year's was like the piano stuff and the stage was spectacular, but it's still epic entrance for Roman Reigns. And even just when they get in the ring, it feels like you're watching something special. And I think we're very lucky that the top babyface and the top heel are actually superb wrestlers and have amazing chemistry. So for the first sort of 15 minutes of the match, it was just an amazing wrestling match. There's false finishes, reversals, Roman doing a crossroads. And like I said, this is the only match I've rewatched. We rewatched it a couple of hours ago. So you can't obviously hear the chat in the stadium, but you can see it. Or you can see it when you watch on TV and saying that move sucks or something, or whatever he did after the crossroads. And then obviously he got a spear, reversal, and then the greatest run of interference, people call it overbooking, whatever, of I've ever seen. And to be there and the reactions, and I don't know, and again, I don't know how loud this comes. I've seen this, but I don't know how loud it comes across, or when people were watching live. And it is a very open air stadium. For those of you that aren't aware, then it's not like it's somewhere in England where it's all closed up and it's just open at the top. There is gaps everywhere, so I don't know what it retains sound, but it was the loudest. Being there was the loudest. This sort of last 10 minutes, 8 minutes, whatever it is, of run. So you get Jimmy coming in first, super kicking Cody, setting him up, and then obviously Jey Uso, who, as I mentioned, super over. So people are crazy coming in, and just him taking out Jimmy would have been enough. But fighting on the stage and then the spear off the stage, unreal. And then we get to the part where we're finishing it again, and it's 1 crossroads, 2 crossroads, about to be a 3rd crossroads, and we go all the way back a year to WrestleMania Hollywood, and a Samoan spike. Cody kicks out at 2.8, and then we get a Samoan spike mixed with a spear. I love the way Solo was just shouting as well. Roman's going, I know, and do it. 2.95, Cody kicks out. And then Solo about to do some more stuff, and then the trumpets and do unreal reaction pop. And I know this was rumored, and I know people thought it was coming and whatever, but still, John Cena coming in. I thought the bit that was the coolest part. Obviously, beats Solo up, does what he does with Solo, but giving an AA or an FU as it used to be called to Roman Reigns just added to it. Put Solo through the table, so Solo's out of it. John Cena comes back in the ring. If you smell, and we get a moment, and this might maybe apart from Cody winning, this might be the moment. I know it was never once in a lifetime when they had this stupid rematch, which was terrible, but moment to be there. Rock standoff with John Cena. You can see me into a rock bottom. John Cena's done. Sierra, Hotel, India, Echo, Lima, Delta, Shield. And it literally was just 72,000 people were looking around. Where is Seth? Where is Seth? Which was just crazy. And the music, obviously the music, the retro, the stuff coming in. But before we can get to The Rock, he gets taken out by Roman Reigns with a spear. Done. That's it. It's done. The Rock's standing there in the ring holding the Mama Rhodes belt. And I know everyone wanted Austin, but obviously it didn't happen. And everyone expected the glass shot. It didn't happen. But actually, and I'm a big Austin fan. I'm a bigger Austin fan than Undertaker fan. But actually, that dong, lights go out. He's standing there. The Rock's talking absolute trash. Undertaker's behind him. That look the Rock gave. A chokeslam that The Rock sold with every bit of his acting fibre in there. Dong again. Undertaker's gone. So you've now got Rock's out of it. You've got Roman down with a chair in the ring that Seth brought in. You've got Seth there. You've got Cody there. And he has the chance. Just hit Cody with the chair. Finish. Win. Retain your belt. But then you go the throwback, and this is for the people who've watched it for years. The throwback, same chair shot, especially as she obviously dressed full Shield gear. Seth, amazing, hits him, tries to spear Cody, reverses it, one crossroad, second crossroad, and you can hear, as I've seen it now, watching TV, Paul Heyman screaming "No!" which is pretty much what I was screaming in the crowd. Third crossroads. 1, 2, 3, 1,316 days. The reign is over. Roman Reigns lost. The crowd goes absolutely crazy. Talia goes absolutely crazy / shock. Talia, I love it. And this is the beauty of watching with an 8-year-old, is that she just didn't think it all day. The last day, can he do it? He's not going to do it though, is he, Daddy? He's not going to do it, Daddy. He's not going to do it. He's not going to do it. He's not going to do it. He did it. And she had to finish the story t-shirt, which she bought with her dollars. Again, watch the last video and you'll realise how she got those dollars. And Cody finished the story. And just an epic main event. That will live in the memory for me, because I've been there, and I'm sure everyone who's watching. And just to add, which I talked about at the beginning of this very long video, wrestling is on an absolute high now. People, as I said, lapsed fans watching, new fans watching, younger fans watching, older fans watching, people watching the clips. And obviously it's not just the TV, isn't it? It's the people who watch on YouTube, the clips, people who send the clips, people watching TikTok, whatever else, Instagram, whatever, watching these clips, these things. And it's just a thing. I'm intrigued. So I'm going to cut this video down now. I'm going to edit it with the footage into it. So I don't know how long this video is going to be, but it's over half an hour. I'm going to post it, and then I may well do a video about Raw later this week, depending on what happens, but I suspect it's going to be pretty epic, because the Raw after WrestleMania, and the Raw after WrestleMania last year, which I went to in LA, was a bit of a letdown, although apart from the Brock Lesnar heel turn at the end. But I'm sure it's going to be better, because they are doing brilliant things. I am genuinely devastated for my boy Roman. I don't know what's next for him. I suspect an extended hiatus for him. Rock, I think this will chat. Obviously, he's going to not film Moana 2. He's going to be in Moana 2, and I think he's filming another film. Although just a sort of side point, Rock as Maui in Moana, after the absolute talk he's been talking for the last few weeks, it's an interesting dynamic from that to being Maui And I'll leave you with that. An epic 2-night WrestleMania, epic trip to Philly. Shout out to Philly, friendliest place I've been to. I've been to many places in America, been quite well travelled around the world. But the fifth WrestleMania I've been to, by far, well, not by far, they're all friendly, but really, really friendly people. Every single person, from the Uber drivers to people in the street. Also, wrestling mad. I mean, like I said, I've been to WrestleManias, posters everywhere, just wrestling everywhere. The welcome to Philly, welcome to WrestleMania thing as you come in and get through arrivals at the airport. Just craziness. And an awesome experience. WWE World lived up to the hype. WrestleMania Night 1 lived up to the hype. WrestleMania Night 2, I can't believe I'm saying this because the hype was massive. Exceeded it for me. An awesome, live in the memory moment. Talia being into it so much, on a heartfelt note, meant the world to me. She was, especially Night 2, she had a power nap of an hour just before Night 2 started in the hotel, which I think was a godsend. But a epic trip to Philly. So now I'm off to edit this, add in some footage, and I'm going to go and watch Raw. And who knows who's going to turn up on Raw, because it's the Raw after WrestleMania. Who knows what's going to happen. I'm not going to lie, Cody Rhodes is getting on my nerves. And if there wasn't money in the bank still to be cashed in, I would have been delighted if someone cashed it in on him tonight. He ended the greatest reign in WWE history. And on that note, I bid you farewell.